What is the best software for recording video remote podcast? In today's episode, I'm going to explain exactly why I use Riverside FM, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how you can record your first interview. Let's get into it. With Riverside FM, it records the content locally on both sides. So if I'm in Florida and I'm interviewing someone in California, it's going to actually record it locally on both sides. They're going to be able to have a recording on their side. I have a recording on my side. This allows Riverside to leverage the power of the servers to get an amazing quality of video. Additionally, you can stream live if you want. You can even invite participants to view your recording while you're recording. So for example, if I'm recording Mark Cuban, maybe he wants to have an assistant or two listen to the conversation. That isn't a problem. Riverside is great because it solves all these problems that you've had historically with programs like Zoom. The audio quality is crappy. If you drop off, you can lose the recording. It's just not really meant for recording interviews. So for a little bit of cash investment, Riverside is going to be a phenomenal product for you. I want to give you a quick walkthrough on exactly how you can set up your first video meeting. You will not be disappointed. Let's run the tape. So here we are at the Riverside FM dashboard. Let's go ahead and get logged in or signed in. And on your main dashboard here, it's going to show you a list of all the interviews that you've completed and the interviews that are still pending. Very simple. Up here, you've got your account dashboard where you can set up your account settings. You'll notice that Riverside also has some free learning to make sure you get a great experience as well. Simply clicking this learning button, you're going to get a lot of great tips on make sure you have the best quality video and audio. And of course, pricing. You can select the right pricing plan that fits your budget. So here we are on our main dashboard, and you'll see a list of previous interviews that have already been completed, as well as interviews that are still set to come. Now you can also go to their e-learning page where you can learn more. You can change your account information here with the pricing, so you can go up or down based on how much you're recording. And of course, in your picture here, you're gonna have various account settings. But right now, I'd say let's go ahead and record our first interview. So we're simply gonna hit our plus sign here to create a new show. Type in the name. You can select audio only or audio and video. I generally am going to be recording the video as well because that's why we're here. That's why we're using Riverside, because it's the premium video quality that we get from using this software. Okay. You can always schedule, right? So you can set a schedule. I'm not going to set a schedule for this example, but you could schedule it out in the future. Then we're going to go ahead and add our participant, and you're going to add in the email. And what's cool about this is Riverside is automatically going to send an email to people so that they can get set up. So let's go ahead and add my beautiful, lovely wife. And she's not going to be an audience member. She's going to be my guest. She's going to be a guest. Okay. So let's check her in. And then I'm also going to add myself as an audience member. That will allow me to watch, view, and listen, but not necessarily join the conversation. This can be great if someone has an assistant that is going to be on the show with them. And then boom, we're going to go ahead and create our show. So now we're in what I would call the green room. We're in this little room with our final sessions here. You can certainly have your guests join a waiting room. I typically don't do that, but you certainly could. Your recording resolution, I'm going to go 1080p, but of course you can select different ones. You can also save it automatically to your Dropbox account, which is a pretty cool effect. Now you'll also notice that we can copy this link and send this link out as well. Now again, because we checked the boxes previously and we added our participants, it's automatically going to email them. But you can also get a link here to resend it to them. Maybe they're late or they didn't get the link. You can always copy your link from this little green room here. Now, what I'm going to do actually is just briefly show you what that email is going to look like. So because we added guests, because we added audience, all these members are going to get an email that looks exactly like this. And you can see how simple it is. You simply press this button and your guest will come right into the program. It's super, super simple. The other thing that I love about this is it's going to send a checklist to the guest so they know exactly what to expect to make sure that they get the best possible experience. I do want to point out Riverside FM is designed for Ethernet computer style recording. This is not going to be a good program for smartphones. So if you're often using your smartphone to record, probably not the best option for you. But if you're on a PC, which I definitely recommend for premium audio and video, this is going to be a great fit. All right, so we've set up our meeting. We've invited our guests. We're here. Now it's time to actually join the recording studio. So let's go ahead and hit this button. That's going to get us into the studio so we can start recording. All right, so now that we're in the recording studio, you'll see a picture of you and your beautiful face up here. You obviously can select the right microphone, the correct webcam. You can select your default speakers. Maybe you're using headphones. And of course, if you're using headphones, you'll select this button. If you're not using headphones, you select this button. I'm not using headphones in this case, so let's go ahead and hit that option. And you'll see that they've naturally worked to eliminate the echo on their side. So again, Riverside does a great job of making it as easy as possible to record. And I'm gonna have links below so you can make sure that you get your recording set up today. So let's go ahead and let's join the studio. And now I'm in the waiting room. And basically in this room, I'm just gonna be waiting for my guest to show up. You'll also notice that there's another opportunity for us to go ahead and copy the link right here so that we can send this or DM this to whoever our guest is because they're just not here. So let's see if I can, when my guest is gonna show up. All right, so we have our guest in the house now. My lovely wife, Joanna, is here, and she will be able to talk, to chat, to hear. You're not gonna be able to hear because we're recording on this mic, but essentially we can start recording at any time. Now, one of the things I like to do is to make sure that my guest is using their best microphone. So I might just kind of test their sound, test their video, make sure that they look and sound good. Obviously she looks great, sounds great. You can also share your desktop with your guest. And then of course, you have the option of actually live streaming too. So if you like to stream, if you've got a stream key, you can also live stream this. And then again, this is just kind of a recap of some of the options. And you can always adjust these options before you start. So when you're ready to start recording, you simply hit the start recording button. It's gonna give us a nice countdown here to get us ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are now live and recording. So it's that simple. When you're done recording, you wave bye, bye-bye. You can hit your stop recording button. And that is it. We're gonna say peace. Thanks, Joanna. Thanks for being here with us today. And then we're gonna go ahead and end the meeting. Bam, we're gonna go ahead and end the meeting. So now our recording is done. You're gonna have an amazing, amazing product. So if you say, hey, Mark, now what? Well, to retrieve your recording, you simply go to the top right-hand corner of your screen. You're gonna click on this little button. We're gonna go to our dashboard. I just love this program. It makes things so simple. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna find that recording. We're gonna find that show that we just recorded. So we just recorded the After Hours Entrepreneur example. So let's go ahead and view all recordings, okay? And now you'll see that we have both the recording for Mark and the recording for Joanne. They're gonna be on separate files because Riverside records locally on both sides, which to me is a huge, huge value. And that's why the content is so great. And so we're simply gonna go ahead and we're gonna download the audio and video for Mark. We're gonna download the audio and video for Joanna, and then we can open it up here to see what it looks like. So now we've recorded and we've downloaded the video to our computer. What you're gonna see, which is really cool about this program, is it records the full screen, my full screen. This is fantastic for you as a video interviewer. Because it allows you to do more pattern interrupts. You know, a lot of times if you're using a program like Zoom, it's just side by side the entire time. It limits your ability to create a compelling change of video, right? So I can go from my guest speaking to myself to me listening. There's a lot of different things you can play with to these pattern interrupts. And as video podcasters, that's very, very important. And that, my friend, is exactly how you can record the best quality video and audio interview on the market. Go out there, make it happen, and then check out this video over here. I think that you're really gonna like it. It's gonna help you level up your game to the next level. See you later. Peace.